Jenny.
Hello.
I am Rachel Bailey, a clinician here at Centerstone.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. We are going to spend a little bit of time talking today. This is not going to be a normal therapy session. This is just going to be me gathering some information, explaining some things, and getting a lot of feedback from you. Okay.
Are you going to be working with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to last about 30 minutes today.
Okay.
I'm going to explain the process. But the first thing that I like to do when I meet with clients is go over our organization's confidentiality statement.
Okay.
So basically what that means, Jenny, is anything that you share with me that states that you might hurt yourself, you might want to hurt yourself, or you might want to hurt someone else, or you might know of any children or elderly people that are being hurt, that I would have to, let law enforcement know. Okay.
No, I don't want to hurt myself or anybody else.
Okay, so that's the only time that I would ever have to violate that.
Okay.
So as long as we understand. Okay.
I understand.
Good. Okay, so I read in your chart that you're struggling with some self-esteem issues.
Oh, yeah. I'm really struggling with my weight.
Okay.
I just don't feel good about myself anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. So these issues regarding how you are perceiving your body image, from what I read in your chart, your primary care doctor has stated that you're a healthy weight.
That's what he says.
Okay. You disagree?
Well, my husband says I'm fat all the time. So he must be right.
Okay. So that has to be a frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry that he says that to you.
Yeah, it hurts.
That hurts your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So, even though the primary care doctors, a nutritionist you even went to, they still say that you are at a healthy weight, you still say that you're extremely overweight. Is this accurate?
Well, I know what the scales say, but when I look in the mirror, I see something different.
Okay. Okay. So you say that you feel fat.
Yeah.
That the doctors are wrong about their knowledge of weight charts, percentages, health. If we evaluate that critically on a medically proven criteria, do you truly believe that that is a correct perception that you have?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. So, okay, before we get too heavy into this, I first would just like to explain what's going to happen today with this information that you're giving me. The meeting process is in such that I gain information from you, and we explore your interests, your goals, thoughts, your emotions, your needs, and anything that I can do to help you identify what we would call automatic thoughts that pop into your head that are negative and can be destructive to your self-esteem, that may or may not be correct.
Okay, that's yeah. That's fair enough. I've never been in treatment before, and I guess I'm just not really sounding like I'm enthusiastic about being here today. I wonder if I'm losing my mind. I'm like, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Okay, so it sounds like you feel like you're having a loss of control over yourself, maybe your emotions or thoughts. You know, your chart says that you have a niece you're raising who is, from what you said, always telling you she wants to look like you.
Yes, Patricia. Yeah, she was my daughter's girl, and we're taking her to raise her because, well, my sister died in a car accident, and so Patricia's a joy. We've had her since she's been about 5 years old, and in fact, I'm glad you said this won't take but about 30 minutes because I've got to pick her up from school soon. But she's precious. She's a teenager now, and she's just a joy. She likes to follow me around and do things and help me cook, and she's really good for my self-esteem because she just is always telling me how much she appreciates me, how wonderful I am, and we let her friends come over and have sleepovers and things like that.
And so, what do you think that her perception of you is? How do you think she sees you?
Well, I mean, she sees me like a mom. You know, she admires me because she sees I do things for other people, and I'm very patient with her and loving with her, and we just have a really close bond, and I think she sees me beautiful on the inside, and so sometimes I wonder if her perception of me on the outside is just kind of what she sees of me on the inside.
Okay. So I'd like to address a few things. I hear what you're saying. First of all, you said this was your first time to treatment and you were kind of anxious about being here. That's totally normal.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Okay. I guess I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and that's, and so that's why we're gonna talk about your goals, your interests, your thoughts, and maybe possibly reframing those thoughts into a more positive way, so that we get a more positive emotion, and then not some maybe some reduction of negative behaviors that may follow, like isolation or negative self-talk. So
is that therapy dog I keep hearing?
That is my therapy dog.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I thought I heard a dog.
So you're struggling with how you see yourself, with self-esteem issues. It sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to speak out of turn, but you have maybe possibly some self-love and acceptance issues. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I'm really struggling with how I feel about myself. I mean, I have friends at church, and I have a lot of friends, and they say I have special gifts, and I'm proud of my abilities to be able to paint and draw, and
you're an artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm there for people that are sick. Like I'll, take shut-ins or people who just got out of the hospital food to eat and visit with them a little while. And if someone needs a ride to church, I'm more than happy to give them a ride. And so I try to be a good person.
Okay. So it sounds to me like you have a lot of strengths. It sounds to me like you have a lot of positives, a lot of things you like to do.
Yeah, those things make me happy.
Yeah, okay. So, you stated that your husband has started calling you these names.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't exactly he doesn't call me fatty or anything, but he just says if I would get up and exercise and eat right and I would lose the weight that I've put on. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the scales say I'm the same as what I weighed when I got married, but I mean, when I look in the mirror, though, I feel bad about myself.
So, I would like to discuss something with you. It's called the cognitive model.
Okay.
And basically, cognitive behavioral therapy is where we try to take our thoughts, reframe those thoughts into making them more positive, to change the emotion, to change a behavior. Okay. So, something happens. Your husband insinuates you need to lose weight.
Right.
You've made a concrete statement that the scale does not lie. it's stayed the same since you got married to him.
Yeah, and the doctor's office does the same scale that mine does.
Okay. So now you're having what's called an automatic thought pop into your head. I'm fat. I need to lose weight. These thoughts, we need to identify them and recognize them as automatic. They just fly into our heads.
Okay.
They may or may not have relevance to them as far as truth goes, but the situation is that when that thought comes into your head, an emotion follows, and the emotion that you're having is low self-esteem, lack of self-love, sadness, worry. So
yeah, I'm afraid he's not going to find me attractive at all anymore.
Sure. So that leads to our behaviors. So then we start, what are some things that you've been doing? You said maybe you've been isolating yourself, putting yourself down.
I mean, I'm still getting up and putting on makeup and doing my hair every morning, you know, and I try to dress comfortable but kind of trendy, you know. I wear what my friends wear, you know.
But you, in your chart, it has said that you have reduced going out, seeing your friends, and that you've started staying home.
Well, I mean, everybody likes to go out to eat every now and then after the Bible study group, and I just, you know, salad dressing is fattening, even if I get a salad.
So now your behaviors are changing in what you're eating?
Yes.
Because of what you're feeling, because of what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Because of what's being said to you?
Yeah.
I wonder how we can challenge this. I want you to really start challenging these negative thoughts, these automatic thoughts when they pop into your head, whether they be negative or not. I want you to really start challenging your thoughts as to validity, truth, okay? And that's what we're going to be working on. I want you to tell me, you've told me several things about yourself that you feel are lacking, but I want to hear something that you love about yourself.
I like to take care of people. I mean, if I see there's a need, like my niece, taking food to little elderly people that are shut in and visiting with them. I love cooking, and I mean that's a creative thing about me that I like. I love trying new recipes, and I love taking food to people who have gotten out of the hospital and need that extra attention. So I do like that about myself.
You sound like a very helpful person.
I try to be.
You sound like you've got a lot of gifts and a lot of strengths that you're not giving yourself credit for.
That's what my niece says.
I want you to try to look at yourself through the eyes of people that care about you and people that love you. And I want, whenever you are told something negative and an automatic thought pops into your head, a thought that makes you feel bad, a thought that causes that emotional reaction,
Okay.
I want you to challenge it with a positive thought.
Okay.
I am not fat.
Okay.
I am a good wife. I am creative. Because what will happen is over time, the goal is that the automatic thoughts that have started popping into your mind will change to the positive.
That would be good.
And what happens, as we've discussed, with the change of our thoughts comes positive emotions, and our positive emotions directly affect our behavior. And then maybe we can have less isolation. Maybe you can have that salad dressing. Maybe you can go out with friends. Maybe you won't feel as depressed, isolated, bad about yourself. And maybe, just maybe, some of these depressive symptoms will dissipate.
I would like that.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I would really like that.
Okay. Well, I would like to see you again, Jenny. And I would
Okay.
really like for you to try to challenge those automatic thoughts.
Okay.
I would really like for you to make an appointment for 2 weeks. I'd like to
Okay.
see you every other week for 30
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah, I would like to feel better.
Well, I think that you have a lot of gifts and strengths, and I think there's a lot that we can do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.